want to talk with you guys a little bit about the big connection between trauma and attachment. And you've probably heard a lot about attachment, and in general, it's a very complex topic, and there are a lot of theories and all of that, but it goes back to Bowlby, and attachment is a really important piece of a person's resiliency and the way that they can process trauma, and also goes back to when you experience someone that has trauma, where they're coming from in terms of the type of attachment that they have. In general terms, we're going to talk about 3 types of attachment: secure, avoidant, and anxious. And sometimes you'll hear the 4th type, which is a combination of both. Under secure, you might hear a couple different subcategories of that. And then in these categories of anxious and avoidant, you may hear them determined by different names. When I'm explaining this to clients, I try to keep it really simple and just put them in these categories. And the best way that I try to explain this to people is to imagine 3 children at a playground, and they're there. Their mom's over here sitting on a little bench, and they're playing in the sand, they're going down the slide, and kid number 1 comes down the slide, hits the ground, busts their knee open, and they're say, Mommy, please help me, I'm hurt, I have a boo-boo. Mommy number 1 comes over, she's calm, she gives the kiddo a Band-Aid, and she says, here, let me kiss your boo-boo, here you go, you're all better, get back out there and play. Same thing happens to kiddo number 2. Child goes down the slide, busts their knee open, really upset, calls for help, and number 2 is the avoidant parent, and they say, rub some dirt on it, or they just like, you're fine, or don't interrupt me, I'm on my phone, or I'm talking to a friend. That's number 2. Number 3 would be the anxious attachment theory, where same thing happens to the kiddo, they bust their knee open, mom or dad freaks out, goes over, rescues the child, and then says, oh my gosh, I knew we shouldn't have come to this playground. The world is not safe. We can't be here. And so what are those children learning? With a secure child, they're learning their boundaries are okay inside and out. Their concept of self is very strong and firmly grounded. And they learn that I can trust myself and I can trust others. The number 2 with the avoidant is I can trust myself, but not others. People aren't meeting my needs. And so we get this compartmentalized sense of self, and this person's sense of self is unstable. If you kick them in the shins, they're going to retaliate, and they're willing to hurt others because it's all about them. There's a need to self-assert based on all costs. And then